Hello everybody, welcome back to Natural State Inversion. My name's Ross and today we're going to go over a few graded cards and we're going to go over the hot topic of the day, which is eBay and their new authentication.
Natural State Inversion.
Alright everybody, we're back. And as you can see, I've got a few cards here. I'm going to go ahead and take my head off. So, well, no, not literally, but I'm going to take my head off of the screen, and that way that we can look at these cards. So, let's I guess start with the announcement, or I guess the video that came out today by Unhinged Magi. And I actually caught that earlier in the day where today they posted a video and it was titled "Selling Cards on eBay Has Changed." Now, I think it's great what eBay has done. They've chosen a third party to kind of step in as an escrow service, to be a third party and basically authenticate cards and sales on eBay of trading cards, and we'll go into that a little bit later on eBay, which is great because, you know, if you're spending $750 on a card, you really want to know that it's authentic. So that leads me to pulling out some of my graded cards, and I just so happen to have a little bit of everything. I have some BGS. I have, unlimited beta collector's edition. Then I have some unlimited graded by PSA and Beckett, so we can take a look at the difference maybe in those. And then I have some CGC graded cards from some of the older sets, such as beta and alpha. And we can take a look at those and see what those graded and see, more or less what Beckett and PSA might have graded them. So first off, we'll just take a look at the cards. So this is a loyal retainer, and from Portal 3 Kingdom. It's Japanese language. The English versions of these are pretty hard to come by, but this one was on eBay from a private seller back in 2020, and I pulled the trigger and I got it. I'm very happy with it too. It's a 9.5. I don't have any other 9.5s or 10s in my collection, so that one was pretty special. That's a BGS, and you see when they have the 9.5 grade, they have a gold stamp up here, and as well as if it's a 10, it'll have a gold one. So we'll take a look here. Spirit Shackle. This is out of Legends. You can tell that I didn't go for the super high price cards. My pocketbook didn't allow for it, but this one I actually got from PWCC, which is another part of this whole scandal, which caused eBay to go into authenticating these cards. Here's another one from Antiquities, Ashnod's Battle Gear. This one was also from PWCC, Beckett grade 9, and then we got a beta conversion, which is graded a 9. Now we go into the BGS. Got a few unlimited here. So we got a Psychic Venom, graded 9. We got an Invisibility, graded 9. I'm not going to take these out of the case. And then we got another Portal 3 Kingdom Preemptive Strike here. I got that from the same seller that I got the Loyal Retainers from. So I felt pretty comfortable with him. And that's kind of a key point to it. Before this announcement folks were just trying to, or basically trusting whoever they were buying it from, that what they were getting was what they said. So it does offer a great service, and it can be good for a seller that doesn't have a whole lot of selling, I guess, ethos or couth with other buyers, because basically if I'm selling a $750 card out of my garage here, the person buying it can rest assured that it's going to a third-party company. They're going to take a look at it, and they're going to get what they bought, right? So it's kind of eliminating that doubt. But here we go. These are some PSA graded cards. I've only got a couple, but I've noticed that PSA is a little bit tougher, maybe than CGC. Well, I say that. I don't really have a whole lot of. I don't have a whole lot of experience with graded cards, but just from what I have, it seems like they grade pretty hard. So we got a Resurrection, graded 8. You can take a look at the back. You know, a little bit of dirt here. You know, and we got graded 9, and I honestly don't see. Well, I guess maybe the centering, right? So they're very critical on these cards. So that's basically what I wanted to kind of point out. These are my collector's edition graded cards. Sonic Blast at an 8, Black Vice at a 9, and a Regrowth at a 9. So those are collector's edition. You know, nothing crazy. But let's take a look here. We have a graded 9 Psychic Venom. Centering looks great. Corners look great. Surface is a 9. You know, it has those subgrades, so a lot of folks like those subgrades. The back of it, centering not so great. You know, so it's getting docked on a few of those parts there. So you can see that they're very similar in grade. So BGS, PSA, they've been around for a long time. They know what they're doing. So now that brings us in to the CGC cards, and we look here and we have a Alpha Weakness, and it's graded a 6. And guys, looking at this card inside of the case, there is nicks and stuff here on the edges for sure. You can't really see it on well, maybe you can there a little bit. Nothing just super crazy. Maybe a little smudge of dirt here on the bottom. So, in all reality, you know, that's not a roughly played. You know, there's a little chip up here in the top. So, if we were to take this card out, it would probably be light played maybe. So it being graded, I don't know that that's really gonna fetch a huge premium or anything, but you know, you can see that they weren't shabby on the grade. You know, they were tough, which is good. Mother of Runes, again, beautiful card, graded to 9. I honestly don't see any imperfections in the card itself. Surface looks great, so I'm guessing maybe the centering, something of that effect, might have lowered that grade. And we got a Holy Armor, this is coming out of beta, and you can see there's a corner that looks a little bumped, but still, guys, the grading, I feel like it's on par with PSA and Beckett. All right, so you got to see a couple of CGC cards. Now what I'd like to do is kind of take a step back and ask a few questions. The whole thing that started this, like I said, was PWCC being cited for shill bidding. If you don't know what shill bidding is, look it up. Basically, I'll just kind of read what it says here for a minute. Those in the trading card industry were shocked Tuesday afternoon when a mass blast email from eBay, which that's what I received, said it restricted the selling privileges of its largest trading card seller, PWCC. So we're not going to go into that whole story, but they are the company that sold the $500,000 signed case Black Lotus on eBay. It was on the news and everything like that. So it was a big deal, and I just want to kind of put into time frame of when this happened. This was December 14th of 2021, so that was not that long ago, maybe a month or two. So eBay has kind of made it a goal to get this resolved in a month, basically. So where I'd like to go next is the news and announcements that CGC has on their website. You can go to their website, news and announcements. If you scroll down just a little bit, it has here, eBay launches authentication for trading cards. So that's where we're going to go next. If you'd like to take a look and read this entire article, I would suggest going to their page. I'm going to cherry pick a few topics here and go over them. So basically, this article says CSG and CGC trading cards are excited to be a part of eBay's Authenticity Guarantee services, which brings an added layer of trust to eBay Marketplace transactions, like we discussed. By mid-2022, the service will expand to include graded, autographed, and patch cards sold for $250 plus, with the addition of trading cards to eBay's Authenticity Guarantee service. The company now offers authentication in 4 key enthusiast collector categories, including sneakers, watches, handbags, and now trading cards. So eBay is doing this to, tennis cards, golf cards, but also sneakers, watches, and handbags. So right now, January 25th, they announced this authenticity guarantee, and it's only starting out at $750 plus. They anticipate by mid-2022 that it will lower down and they'll be able to take on more capacity. And that's one of the things that I'm going to hit on here in just a minute, is the capacity of CGC and how it's very, very optimistic to think that they will be able to handle all this. As one of eBay's top categories, trading cards has been growing at a significant pace, hitting $2 billion in transactions in the first half of 2021. So it's a huge market for eBay, with an average of one sports card bought every second, which is crazy. Our trading card business has been growing for the past 6 years, and the recent surge speaks to the immense cultural significance of the category. With the introduction of Authenticity Guarantee for trading cards, we're giving enthusiasts exactly what they want. while continuing to improve confidence in the marketplace. So I just want to take this is a quote from eBay's spokesperson, and to me, that one little line about we're giving enthusiasts exactly what they want, to me, it really seems like they knew that it was a bad look for eBay whenever they had to get rid of one of their biggest sellers for shill bid. So they knew that they had to cover their butt. So they went searching and tried to get this fixed in a month. So, as the service expands to include trading cards alongside handbags sold for $500 plus, sneakers sold for $100 plus, and watches sold for $2,000 plus, eBay further solidifies the marketplace as a top, trusted destination for buying and selling high-value items. They had to save their butt. They had to offer more to buyers to make them feel better about it. So, what are the details on the trading card authentication process? So, they do a thorough inspection. They have the proof of an authentication and verified returns. So, we'll kind of just move on from there. It goes into how eBay's trading cards by the numbers. It really, this news article, it's basically just to try to pump this and make it seem exciting. And hey, it is exciting to a point, but we'll go into the maybe a little bit less enthusiastic part of it now. So, the capacity of CGC. Let's start with Facebook, okay? When doing a little bit of research on CGC, I knew I had like 3 cards graded by them, and I was pretty happy with them. I bought them at a lower price because they are a little bit less known than PSA and Beckett, so I got a pretty good deal on them. That being said, I've really, they've been doing comic books for years. If you go to their site, they have a whole list of all their authenticators. They have over 20, and a lot of them have good background, good pedigree, and are probably great at their job. But if we look at Facebook alone, they have a 2.5, 2.6 out of 5. So that's basically a 50% review rating. If you look at these, this was 6 days ago. Austin Tooley does recommend it. Said, does this company make mistakes? Sure they do. But they're the best available. They're constantly doing new innovative things to set them apart from the competition. Customer service line is quick to answer and some of the kindest people you will talk to. Other folks will disagree with that and say that they don't answer, and I know that folks have different experiences at different times. We're not going to fault them for that. But what I would like to take a look at is the repeated complaints on the ridiculous turnaround times. Customer service will not respond. Doesn't recommend, please avoid, extremely slow turnaround, lack of communication. Very poor company to work with. Only company I know that constantly changes their turnaround times. Totally ripped off by them. I feel as though they have stolen my Amazing Spider-Man 300 and 361. Submitted in January, and they claim to have misplaced them and offered me a paltry $100 compensation for books. Obviously worth way more than that. $100 doesn't even seem close to the fees I paid. We'll go back to that. Doesn't recommend, inconsistent grading and poor grader notes that you have to pay for. I had to pay $10 for 3 sentences. Can anyone explain why a comic with tape all over and cut out panel has a higher grade than a complete comic with no tape holding it together? Huh. So there are a lot of don't recommend. And these are, November 2021, July 2021. This is just last year. So is CGC going to be able to hold their end up on this eBay deal? That's the huge question. Like, are they going to be able to do their part? PSA, Beckett, they are very well-known companies. Yeah, they have turnaround time too. But with a smaller company with only 20 plus graders, and already having a lot of people that would not recommend using them, it's hard to believe that they're going to be able to keep up with it. And I'm not just talking about Facebook. Let's look at the Better Business Bureau. This is Sarasota, Florida. This is CGC. April 28th, 2021, signed up for a premium membership for comic book grading. With that came $150 grading credit. She never got her credit. And I will say that all of these complaints have been resolved. So that is saying something about CGC. They do get on here and they resolve them. But to that effect, they probably have to. They have to do it, or else they know they're going to lose. They're going to lose their standing with where they are in the grading community and in the trading card community. So again, this is a long. You can go on the Better Business Bureau. There's tons of complaints. I mean, I know any business is going to have a lot of complaints, but it just raises the question: would PSA or Beckett even be able to keep up? If eBay is excited, and if they're exciting people about this, they sure better have everything in line to be able to handle the influx that they would inevitably accrue. So let's see. We'll go. I'll change the screen here. So, and again, I don't really know 100% about this, these topics, but I do know what I see, and it seems like eBay made a boo-boo, and they had to fix it. They hunted about arm's length away. They grabbed on the CGC. CGC mainly focuses in comic books, and they want to move into the trading card industry, but in the grading. But I think that CGC saw an opportunity to grow, and eBay saw an opportunity to fix, and that's what happened. It's just another layer of uncertainty. And it goes back to the comment on the Better Business, or one of the Facebook pages there, that was talking about the Spider-Man, totally ripped off by them. I feel as though they have stolen my Amazing Spider-Man. They claim to have misplaced it and offered me a paltry $100. If a card gets sent in and it gets lost or something like that, will CGC be bound to pay what the card was bought as, or would they be only bound to pay $100 of what it would be worth raw, or something like that? It's another layer, like I said, and I'm not trying to sound like a Shrek movie, but it's just another thing to think about. Now, the reason why I titled this that I'm not very optimistic is because they admit on their site that they are only 20 plus graders. I honestly, it's hard to believe that they're going to have enough people to take care of this. But I wish them the best. I hope it works. I feel like it's a great thing for eBay sellers, especially new folks trying to get into eBay selling. So, let's hope for the best. But I will be keeping an eye out on everything, and I will let you guys know if I notice any difference. If I end up buying a card off of eBay and go through this CGC deal, I'll try to post some videos about it and tell y'all how it went. But all in all, I think it will be good. I think that ultimately eBay is just trying to sweep the whole PWCC thing under the rug and make their buyers more comfortable with buying trading cards, because they want trading cards to be sold every second. And I think that if CGC can pull it off, then it will be a great game changer. Just like Unhinged Magi said, it will be great, but time will tell. And I appreciate everybody for coming out and listen to me babble about these silly cards and my conspiracy theories about CGC and eBay. But I sure hope that you take a look, subscribe, like, please. We're trying to grow this channel, trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers this year, so help me out with that. And remember, the more positive things you say, the more positive things you'll hear. Have a good one.